Hey, what is going on here? What is going on? Hey. Hello? Hey, batho.
And to be part of the Military
Defense Portfolio Committee
in itself is not an act of criminality or corruption.
is also part of the Portfolio Committee.
You may disagree with
Brandhurst, which is led by Honorable Kosana. You've engaged with him in the media. He's our portfolio lead. Most of you will call them shadow ministers from other parties, but he is the lead in the Portfolio Committee of Police. And Honorable Wes, Deputy President has already said, is our cluster whip on peace and security, and also a portfolio lead in the International Relations Portfolio Committee. Members of the media and fellow South Africans, as you are aware, the President has announced his decision to establish a judicial commission of inquiry into this unprecedented crisis facing the state. This is affecting all the three arms of the state, being the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. The MK Party, as an official opposition, we reject this decision by the President, as we believe the nature and the gravity of the crisis we face cannot be solved by the establishment of yet another commission. This crisis requires drastic measures, the likes of which have never been seen in the post-apartheid South Africa. We note the attempt by the President to limit and confine the crisis only to the South African police services. Our view is that this is deliberate. It is actually an intentional strategy by the President aimed at shielding him from many existing issues that he needs to be accountable for. It is the President himself who said some time ago that the ANC stands as accused number one in the corruption of this country. We can never forget the RAMAPHOSA'S letter of resignation, which painted the criminality engulfing our country as part of the ANC's modus operandi. It is therefore hardly surprising that the criminals have become emboldened and have taken to its logical conclusion that criminality is accepted in South Africa. We also note that many of the ANC cadres that have been named by Minister Mchunu have been working with criminals whose drugs are ravaging our country and destroying the future of our young people. Now, this commission is simply an inquiry, and the objective is not to dismantle the criminal networks, but to be able to reorganize and protect the damning evidence about the criminal mafia running the country right now. For the MKP, the starting point is to ask the President of this nation, why should he not resign? And why should he not call for an early election, given the gravity of this unprecedented crisis? The crisis runs far deeper and cannot be solved by a commission of inquiry, we repeat. We are dealing here with a president who has proven to be the weakest of all presidents since our democratic breakthrough in 1994. And the basis of our rejections are very profound and factual based. This latest commission promises to be just another long and costly judicial commission of inquiry, whose recommendation will at best be selectively implemented or completely unheeded at worst. We have had commissions of inquiry over the years, such as the TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the Jali Commission, the Marikana Commission, and the Khayelitsha Commission of Inquiry into allegations of police inefficiency in Khayelitsha Township right here in Cape Town, the Western Cape, a province mismanaged by the DA. The findings and recommendations of these commissions, which came at a huge cost to the taxpayers, have been not satisfactory at all, and they have not been implemented because the ANC government, yet again, and several ANC leaders have been implicated in all of these findings and these intensive investigations. The President has decided to place Minister Mchunu on special leave. There is no provision in our constitution for a special leave in respect of a member of cabinet. What we know as MKP is that the President appoints and dismisses members of this cabinet in terms of Section 91, subsection 2 of the Constitution. And of course, it takes a brave president like our President Zuma, to exercise this constitutional prerogative. Something that a weak president such as Ramaphosa cannot do and will never do. All indications are that the president's decision to appoint Professor Feroz Kachalia as an acting Minister of Police is unconstitutional. The president seems to have conflated or confused wittingly or unwittingly his constitutional powers in Section 91, subsection 3C and 98 of the Constitution. It is our understanding of the Section 98 of the Constitution, which is titled, and I quote, Temporary Assignment of Functions, close quote, that the president may assign a cabinet member serving any power or function of another who is absent from office or is unable to exercise that power or perform that function. What this unconstitutional appointment of Professor Kachalia means is that South Africa effectively now have 2 ministers of police, which flies in the face of Section 206, subsection 1 of the Constitution, that provides only for a single minister responsible.
Use it for systems to automate half of your life. It's 2025. AI can build a pro-level website within...
Acting Minister of Police. We see him as nothing but an ANC hack who has been identified by this president to his bidding. This president thinks he can, with absolute impunity, violate his own oath of office and act outside of the parameters of the Constitution and the law. We unapologetically reject that. It won't happen under the watch of MKP. What makes this constitutional delinquency even worse is the fact that we are told, we haven't seen it, that our president is a qualified lawyer. We are beginning to doubt the authenticity of his legal qualification, because even the most junior lawyer in this country knows that the Constitution is the supreme law of the Republic, and that the law or conduct that is inconsistent with the Constitution is invalid. The MKP is deeply concerned that the president has given this commission of inquiry an open-ended time frame. General Mkhwanazi has made specific allegations against specific persons. David.M is a seasoned commissioner holding the rank of Lieutenant General, which is equivalent to a Deputy Director General in the public service. And what action has been taken against other individuals outside of this commission? Only Minister Mchunu has been put on special leave. What about the other individuals mentioned by Mkhwanazi? They remain in their offices and they can obstruct and cause the course of justice and end of this commission. Mkhwanazi, as a commissioned police officer with the experience and seniority that he holds, he would not go publicly and make such serious allegations without any credible evidence to back them up. It should therefore not take longer than 3 months for the commission to conclude its work, compile a report on this investigation with findings and recommendations on what needs to be done. Lastly, we call upon the president to speedily rectify this flagrant violation of the Constitution by completely removing Senzo Mchunu from cabinet.
When she says Mchunu, is it because she can't pronounce Mchunu, right? But she can pronounce Mkhwanazi. Which language does she speak? Mchunu? I don't know. What language does she speak? Colin what? Coaline, I forgot her name. I don't know why she can't pronounce Mchunu. Mkhwanazi, Mchunu. Maybe it's, I don't know.
And allow him to exercise his Section 91, subsection 3C powers of appointing a maximum of 2 ministers from outside of the National Assembly. Should the president fail to heed this call from the MKP as the official opposition in Parliament, we will be left with no option but to approach the courts of this land on an urgent basis for appropriate relief or intervention. You would have seen yesterday that we have begun to mobilize the masses on the ground and will continue to do so. Yesterday, our people came in their numbers to march against the firing of Mchunu. In Parliament, as the DP has already said, we've submitted an urgent request to the Speaker for a snap debate on Wednesday. Hopefully she'll accede to our request. We have also referred this matter to the Joint Ethics Committee. And we also wrote a letter to the President via our Deputy President, the party leader in Parliament, demanding the firing of Senzo Mchunu. We await the President's response. I will now hand over to my colleague to make his remarks.
Thank you, Chief Whip.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'll shoot from the hip. I just want to become, just for once, a DTP. I just want to be the deputy to General Mkhwanazi, so I'll be Major General today. Members of the media, thank you very, very much. I'm not going to say much because the Chief Whip has already said many things which concern Umkhonto Party. But I'm just going to say that to emphasize that, because remember we've got the Dr. Hlope, who was a judge for over 2 decades. Now, this unlawful presidential interference in an institutionalized autonomy, the president has conducted himself in naming appointees who are currently serving in other independent institutions, without those institutions having formally released them. It's a clear infringement of institutionalized autonomy. The Constitutional Court is protected under Section 165 of the Constitution, which guarantees the independence of the judiciary, which we doubt as we speak here now. That the Constitutional Judge, Justice Madanga, as well, has not said anything as yet, which means he has accepted the position of being sitting in that Judicial Commission of Inquiry. By publicity naming Justice Madanga and Professor Kakanya before they are legally available for redeployment, the President has usurped the right of those institutions to manage their own personnel, created a legal uncertainty over the status of these individuals, prejudiced the individual concerned by exposing them to public scrutiny while still bounding by the current contract. Remember, they are still in office.
Hey, if you're a real estate agent in Pretoria, this video is for you. Because if you sold a home,
is compromised in both its legal foundation and execution. It is checked by Justice Madanga, a sitting Constitutional Court judge who has not yet vacated the office, contrary to the requirement of Section 84(2)(f) of the Constitutional and Judicial Conduct Regulations. Under Section 165(2), judicial officers must refrain from performing executive functions whilst they are in office. Because remember, he has announced him already. Any findings or actions emanating from this commission while she chair is still serving on the bench are legally tainted and challengeable. As the Chief Whip has already said that we might...
But you guys, do you think that is fair? I don't know whether to say fair, but do you think that is that an argument that you would make, to say that, yeah, these 2 guys that he has appointed, they are not out of their office yet. But the president did explain the fact that, well, they will retire. The other one is retiring, I think, in June. The other one is retiring also somewhere. I don't know when, but at the time the commission starts, all of them, they will be out of their whatever positions they are occupying. Is that actually fair? I don't know. Political parties sometimes, guys, they just look for that thing, that thing that they can just use, against the president or against anyone. But I don't see any problem, I don't see any problem. The problem is, okay, not the problem, but these guys very soon, they are retiring. Soon. When the commission starts, obviously, they would have retired. And I don't think the president would have done that if it was wrong. I don't think it was wrong. I don't think Mr. Ramaphosa, in as much as they hate him so much, I don't think he would be that stupid, right? He would be that stupid of appointing people with knowing that these people, they will still be occupying even when the commission starts. I don't think so. I don't know, guys, but sometimes politicians...
In this regard, the premature naming of the sitting justice to chair the executive inquiry undermines the separation of power and creates potential conflict if any related matters are ever brought before court. Broader constitutional implications and potential consequences. The development cannot be understood in isolation. Taken together, they constitute a systematic pattern of executive misconduct, rationality, as our Chief Whip has already said, disruptive across government organs, erode the constitutional legitimacy of ministerial appointments, weaken public trust in the presidency and in the justice system. This breach may justify the activation of Section 89(1)(a) of the Constitution. I'll contextualize this incident. Will act. Minister Mchunu, indeed, he lied to Parliament, as our party leader said earlier. He said something else on our portfolio committee on the 5th of March. But when he changed the tune, which means that he has misled Parliament, he has lied to Parliament. Hence, we've laid charges of perjury because he lied under oath. This arrangement is unheard of in South African constitutional history and directly violates the principle of cabinet accountability, Section 92, and the executive coherence of Section 91. Such a setup is not only impractical, it is illegal, unsustainable, and ripe for a constitutional challenge. In conclusion, the MK party unequivocally condemns this action by President as unlawful, irrational, and contrary to the spirit and the letter of the Constitution. Accordingly, the MKP calls for the immediate removal of Cyril Mchunu as a Minister of Police and the appointment of the current serving cabinet minister to act in that role, not what the president has done. Reinstatement of political killings task team to urgently address the escalating political violence and restore trust in the criminal justice system, as General Mkhwanazi has already told us in the press briefing on Sunday a week ago. An immediate reversal of announcement pertaining to the appointment of Professor Firoz Kakalia as acting Minister of Police, the establishment and the chairmanship of the Commission of Inquiry into the Mkhwanazi allegation, and instruction from the National Police Commissioner. I'll start and explain that. Remember, there's 121 unlawful removed dockets by General Sibia, and to initiate an immediate arrest of any person implicated in the theft, consignment, or destruction of these dockets. Directing the National Commissioner of Police to resume full operational duties without obstruction, and giving the assurance that there will be no political interference in the South African Police Service for any investigation. The MK party stand resolute in defense of South African constitutional order and the sovereignty of its institution. We will pursue all lawful and democratic means to resist an unconstitutional governance, institutionalized manipulation, and political lawfare. In conclusion, as Umkhonto weSizwe Party, we are calling the president to do the right thing, and for South African citizens to have a trust in government. We can't have our citizens sitting at home not knowing what is the hierarchy at the South African Police Service are doing. You've seen the arrest of crime intelligence boss Kukumalo, arrested by the so-called IDEC, because we are told as we are sitting here that there's a rogue unit again at IDEC. People resigned as Mkhwanazi. It's not me. As Mkhwanazi was articulating in that press briefing, that there is some people who are arresting people, like what the Scorpion used to do for political agendas. We are hoping that the president and the National Commissioner of this country, because the National Commissioner reports to the president, and I hope that the president and the cabinet, wherever they are sitting, they'll be doing justice to this country, serve our people. Nothing else. Our people deserve better. Umkhonto weSizwe Party will indeed sleep well if the president can do the right thing. We accept that he's conflicted and as well is party to all these things, because this closing of ranks, which we rejected the 14 days, which the speaker told we must wait for 14 days. We can't wait. Tomorrow, we are sitting at the portfolio committee. We hope sanity will prevail. I thank you.
Now, listen, I want to say, right, according to me and according to the way I see things, is that the president is going to eventually eventually take Mr. Mchunu out. Now, I really don't know whether he is going to fire him or suspend him or maybe reshuffle him. But I am under the impression that very soon he will be telling him that, he will be telling the nation. I don't think he will do it on camera. I think what he's going to do is going to maybe reshuffle him later, because I think he doesn't want to do it like strictly like so, you know. I think he's waiting maybe for the, I don't know guys, unless maybe there is pressure from the people, maybe there is pressure from parties, maybe there is pressure from parliament, and then maybe he might act very fast when it comes to putting him aside, okay? But if there is no pressure, all right, I think he's going to wait until there is an inquiry. And then when he starts to see that there are allegations, now allegations are becoming more and more, I think he will just say a statement and say, listen, Mr. Mchunu has been suspended, or Mr. Mchunu has been removed as the Minister of Police. And then maybe they will reshuffle him or they will do whatever. But I can tell you guys, I don't think he will stay as in a leave for a long time. I don't think so. And if you ask me in my corner, maybe, just maybe, they were like, listen, my guy, we will put you under leave so that you are not part of the investigation, so that you can earn some few months, some few salary months, and then you can go. That's what I'm thinking sometimes. You know, that's what I'm thinking sometimes. Maybe they are like, listen, we will just give you a package of 2 months, 3 months, okay? Just stay there, then be on leave, you will get paid, and then after that, you can leave after 3 months. Then I will release a statement. I'm just thinking, I'm not saying it's true, I'm not saying they are doing that. All I'm saying is, sometimes it sounds like that, sometimes it looks like that, you know, because eventually, they end up removing them, eventually. I don't know whether it's pressure, I don't know whether maybe they talk with the ANC, I don't know whether whatever, but I think eventually it will happen, you know. I know that for political parties, one thing I know about political parties, opportunity, any opportunity that comes, they just grab it, they just run with it. And I can tell you the EFF is quiet. And I understand why they are quiet. I understand. You know, sometimes things like this, they know, the EFF knows. I am definitely sure they know how this thing is going to end. They know Mr. Mchunu will end up leaving, and they don't want to be part of all this dramatic and all this hype, okay? The most important thing here is the work going to be done? Meaning that the people that are supposed to be actually end up where they're supposed to be ending up, as if they are found. Remember, this is still allegations. If they are found guilty, or if they are found having involved in corruption, what are they going to do? I said it before in my other video. The commission of inquiry, what happens is they go through the process, evidence, people come testify, others become whistleblowers, others whatever. At the end of it all, guys, the chairperson will recommend. He's not going to tell, he's going to recommend that I recommend that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that those who are supposed to prosecute, they need to do 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they might come out and say the evidence is not enough. And even if the chairperson recommends, he recommends to those who are supposed to charge, right? And those who are supposed to charge, they will also be telling us that we are busy checking the evidence, so that we see if we do have a prima facie evidence, whatever, to charge the car. And if they decide to say, no, this is not enough, and then they will be like, nah, this thing is dismissed. Okay, unfortunately, that's how it works. When it comes to a commission of inquiry, guys, I can tell you, it doesn't have teeth. It doesn't have teeth. It doesn't bite. It just does the thing that they do. It just exposes people, and then after that, it's done. And then if they are not prosecuted, they are not prosecuted. That's it. That's why people are complaining about the commission of inquiries. Okay, now they are complaining about Mr. Madlanga. They say Mr. Madlanga, I mean the judge. Mr. Madlanga, first of all, is still the judge in the Constitutional Court, but I think he's retiring. The president has said that. And then they are complaining that he's tainted because he was part of the Commission of Inquiry, I think, or anything like that. And I'm like, hi guys, politics, guys, it's something else. Anyway, they are going to go to questions now. After this guy is going to speak, this guy is going to speak in Zulu. So if you know Zulu, well, you'll hear. If not, there's nothing I can do. Let's go.
Ngibingelele emakhaya, ngibingelele yonke malunga ase-South Africa, ngibingelele ney'ntatheli ezikhona lana. Siphatheke kabuhlungu kuke kushiwo kuthiwa yindlela esiyihambayo. Kuyacaca ubugebengu buningi e-South Africa. Uma sobheka nje sonke ngaphambilini, kuye kwabakhana icala laseMarikana elalibandakanya yena umongameli lo okhona njengamanje. Kwaphinda kwazoba khona icala eliphathelene nomshuluzo wayengezanga lutho, bamthwesa icala, kwenzeka the very same thing. Kumanje umkhonto wesizwe umphakathi wase-South Africa uvotele ngendlela eyisimanga. Bekuqala e-South Africa ukuthi uthole kumiswa amavoti, kwase kufomeka i-GNU. Kuyacaca kubugebengu buningi, nokuthi-ke phela uma ufungile phambi kwenkantolo, phambi kwengalo yomthetho, ukuthi uzokwenza ubulungiswa, kuba wena owenza into engekho right njengokusenza Mchunu, akakudeserve ukuthi ahole abantu base-South Africa. Akufanele nakancane. Njengoba singumkhonto wesizwe kumbe singama-South African, silwela intsha ukuthi ikhule ibuse izwe. Njengoba yena ebulala intsha, ufuna i-South Africa ibuswe wobani? Ngiyabonga.
Now we're going to give Commander Wesley Douglas, the cluster head, the whip of the cluster, an opportunity to sweep. We call it sweep. He's going to close whatever gaps that may remain. Over to you, Commander Wesley. Commander Douglas.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy President. And thank you to the media and for everybody that's paying attention to this serious matter that we're dealing with today. We have to understand that we are at a watershed moment in our history as South Africans. We are at a place where there are two arms of state that are responsible for the running of our country, the executive, as well as to keep our people safe, which is the security services, are at loggerheads with one another, where there is accusations of one state arm of the government against another. And the reality is that this has taken on a very nefarious and a very deep and dark tone. If we look at the statistics that we mentioned, political assassinations have surged by 96% since 2020. That is aimed at silencing people like us that are sitting here, normal South Africans, elected to do our work, elected to expose corruption, elected to make a difference on your behalf. We don't come from rich backgrounds. We come from the same place that you come from as South Africans. Our children and our families are also really touched by drugs, really touched by what's happening in society and what's happening in our government. And to know that it comes from the highest echelons of our government is a serious concern for us as MKP, but also for us as parents, us as people who believe that South Africa is better than this, and that for corruption to go to the highest level and be focused and aimed at shutting up the politicians and giving drug cartels power over the levers of power in our government, in our judiciary system and in other systems is an indictment against the ANC, it's an indictment against the GNU, and it's an indictment against President Cyril Ramaphosa. And this judicial commission is too little, too late.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving the ceramides in CeraVe.
And we will not stand for it. More than 1,400 whistleblowers have been intimidated, silenced or killed in the last decade. The political killing task teams have been deliberately dismantled in provinces like KwaZulu-Natal, in the Western Cape and in Gauteng. Evidence of cartel infiltration in SAPS, Metro Police and Intelligence Services has been repeatedly buried. Drugs is killing our communities. And for our government to be a co-partner with organized crime shows that the level of corruption has just grown and has just infiltrated all levels and spheres of our society. This is not just corruption where people are making themselves rich at the taxpayer's expense. This is corruption which deals with the killing of our young people, with genocide against our young people through drugs, genocide against our people that are being used as cannon fodder to make other people rich through illegal means. We are supposed to protect our youth. We are supposed to protect the future generations. And yet our government is using its power to be able to enrich themselves at the cost of the lives of our children. There are many different ways that this government has been covering up things like Pala Pala, like the president's involvement in Maracana, our president's unlawful stashing of dollars within couches. All these things that are now just suddenly no longer investigated. This is the real state capture. This is what state capture actually looks like. It's not about tenders. This is about when the president and a minister works with people to undermine the sovereignty of our state. Our sovereignty is being undermined by criminal cartels. And it's not only in drugs, it's also in the construction mafia. It's also in the kidnapping rings. It's also in the heists. These are all places where our government is participating, and the police and metro services and the judiciary are implicated. And we need to say enough is enough. We want to tell the people of South Africa, this is not a moment for silence. This is a moment for all South Africans to rise in lawful resistance. The MK Party through Parliament and the courts of public opinion will be your voice. We call on whistleblowers, police officers of conscience and civil rights with integrity to come to us. Even if you fear this commission, you can speak to us. We will raise your issues in Parliament. We will ask the questions and you will have your anonymity. We will make sure that there is motions, that there's declarations, that there's statements, that we make sure that the hearings will be held. But we need you to voice your very strong disagreement with what's happening in South Africa. We need South Africans to start taking to the streets and to say enough is enough, to protest, to stand with MK as we go out there and we say, we as South Africans, we're demanding that we have a new government, not a GNU government, because that's a betrayal of what the voters wanted in the last election. The people in the last election wanted a new start, not more of the same. The GNU is a betrayal of that mandate, which was to give us as MK and many other parties that want to change things in South Africa the opportunity to deal with land injustice, to deal with the mental rights issues, to deal with the poverty issues, and set our people free from 30 years of oppression under this government. So for us, we need to stand up with General Mkonazi. We need to stand up with our police services. We need to stand up as honest, godly, hardworking people and say enough is enough. We need to do it not only for us, but for our children and our future generations. So from our side, we are fighting against this, and we are standing together with our people. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much, Commander Wesley. Can I just add something before we open it up to discussion? One other fundamental problem we have with the Commission of Inquiry is the following. It's a judicial Commission of Inquiry. It's going to be headed by a judge. Yet there are fundamental and serious allegations of corruption in the judiciary, which have been made by Lieutenant General Mchunu. In other words, the judiciary is called upon to investigate itself. What are the chances that the judge will admit to corruption in the judiciary? It's like asking a prostitute to make an investigation regarding prostitution. There is no prostitute who would admit to prostitution. So the judiciary is conflicted by reason of the fact that there are serious allegations against the judiciary. The judge who's chairing the commission is not likely to admit to the fact that there is corruption in the judiciary. He would want to preserve the integrity of the judiciary, of which he is part. So we reject this solution as a waste of the taxpayers' money, and we've had so many commissions in this country, so many commissions of inquiry making enormous recommendations. Some of them are yet to be implemented. We see this as a waste of time on the part of the president, a waste of the taxpayers' money. He is buying time, and it's going to be no more than yet another cover-up. We thank you. We may now take questions arising, please, out of our presentation. Don't ask us what did we eat for breakfast. Are we going to have lunch? Questions, please, should be limited.
4 warning signs you are a witch by blood.
This is why your birth date isn't random.
Honorable members, we will take a round of 5 questions, and which we will determine after that round whether or not we'll do a second round. So, Lindsay, number 1, number 2. Number 3. So we have 3 for now, so we can start with Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay Dane from Eyewitness News. If you are against a commission of inquiry, what or how do you propose that these allegations of Lieutenant General Mchunu then should be dealt with? In terms of, you say there's no provision to put ministers on special leave. The President has in the past. Last year, he put a minister on special leave for a month. During COVID, a minister was on leave for 2 months, I think. So how do you then meld the Constitution with, if I can call them, HR provisions? Thank you.
May I deal with that? I'm getting old now. I can deal with that immediately, Commander Chief. First of all, the fact that it was done before, that this is not the first time that a minister is put on suspension, does not mean it was done constitutionally. We have looked at the Constitution. The President has no such powers for the reasons that we have articulated. He may have.
Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's Google. Copy, paste, ask
You're doing too much. What is wrong with you?
These allegations so seriously. We've done our homework, we've done our research, we've gone through the Constitution. He has no such powers. The fact that he has done it before does not and cannot mean he was right. Right, that deals with your first aspect. The second aspect, question is this. You have asked what are other solutions. Simple solution. In the case of Minister Mchunu, there is only one thing that the President must do. He must fire him immediately. I have made several press statements. Minister Mchunu is a well-known liar. I have to repeat that now. He has lied in Parliament when Parliament was sitting. We asked him, he was asked a question relating to activities that were going on, and we asked him to provide us with a number where crime could be reported. He gave us a non-existent number. We immediately phoned. How we found out, whilst the minister was in Parliament, we were sitting in Parliament, it was a question and answer session. Whilst the minister was sitting there, we immediately phoned using the number that he had given us. Alas, that number does not exist. And then we looked around, where is the minister? He had left Parliament together with his deputy. We were told there was an emergency. So they left Parliament after giving us a non-existing number. We caught him. Right? He lied blatantly. But there is another lie relating to Minister Mchunu. It has to do with child Twekwe, who was sexually assaulted in the Eastern Cape. We all know that the minister lied. He said the DNA of the headmaster of the school was taken. Subsequent investigations revealed that he was lying. How do we know? It's because when the investigation started, due to public pressure, the police admitted that they were about to take the DNA samples of the headmaster as a person of interest. But already the minister had lied and said in Parliament that the DNA sample was taken long time ago. That's another example. We're dealing with a minister here who has serious allegations with a history of lying. I have openly called him a pathological liar, right? When it comes to lying, he excels indeed. So quite frankly, insofar as the minister is concerned, we expected the president to do an honorable thing, to fire Minister Senzo without any delay.
The alternative to a commission of inquiry?
We don't need a commission of inquiry in our view to determine Minister Senzo's guilt. I'm talking about Minister Senzo Mchunu. We don't need a commission of inquiry to determine his guilt. It is obvious that it is guilt. These are very serious allegations.
But then how to deal with the other allegations besides, not just about the minister? How do we deal with the other allegations if not through a commission of inquiry?
Well, the other allegations relating to the judiciary, you cannot ask the judiciary and expect the judiciary to investigate themselves. I've already made the point. The judiciary is conflicted. We do not believe a commission of inquiry is the right answer to this. The right answer is to deal with corruption, right? Investigate allegations by dealing with corruption. There are dockets, for example, that Lieutenant General Mkwana has indicated that about 121 files or dockets were taken. You don't need a commission of inquiry to establish that. Those dockets, an instruction must be given by the National Commissioner to say, get hold of those dockets, let the investigation carry on. You don't need a commission of inquiry. He's buying time. And we all know the result would be to exonerate the individuals affected. Particularly, he needs that as a weapon to shield Minister Mchunu. We don't need a commission of inquiry. We reject it.
Yeah. Number two.
Thank you. Jason Felix, Commission People. Dr. Kofi, it seems likely that you will be going to court. I just wanted to check that just for my own understanding is why exactly are you going to court? Is it to overturn the special leave, or is it to challenge the appointment of an acting minister outside of the National Assembly and outside of the cabinet? In this case, a complete stranger in the cabinet. Why exactly are you going to court? And then secondly, should you go to court, what are some of the arguments that you will be making in that case? Or what are some of the arguments that one can expect from the NK party in that case? And I'm pretty sure you won't be going to the Western Cape, I think.
Don't be presumptuous. All right, I've just given a go-ahead to Advocate Darling Pofu, who called me. Our president is not in the country. In the absence of that, obviously, I am acting as the president. Where papers have already been drawn, we are going to bring an urgent application to court because we do not expect Cyril Ramaphosa, given his history, we do not expect him to act. He would require an order of court. Some of the arguments were forcefully raised by Commander Skosana. Section 91 and 92 of the Constitution, there is no way where there is provision made for two ministers in any department. A department in this country is headed by one minister. It's the Minister of Police, and there is a deputy minister. There is no provision for any department to be headed by two ministers. It's unheard of. So we will challenge that. The President, Mr. Ramaphosa himself, is conflicted because there are allegations here that he is the one who appointed Senzo Mchunu, and some of these allegations will directly and indirectly impact on him. So he is conflicted, right? So it's a wide range of arguments that you can expect from us, and what a waste of the taxpayers' money. It is an utter waste of the taxpayers' money. Remember, Senzo Mchunu is placed on special leave, which is not even suspension. If you are placed on special leave, he has his package.
Let me tell you something. You see, if MK decide to go to court, they won't win. And I am saying it, and I'm saying it boldly, and I'm saying it without any hesitation. They will not win. They must not waste their money, bro. They will not win. It's going to be chai for them. Guys, what you don't understand sometimes is this. Let me just give you a picture of how sometimes you need to look at things. Okay? Now, we are in a country, right, of South Africa. We've got a president who is Mr. Ramaphosa, right, at this moment, right? There is no one in South Africa, okay, not no one, but I can even say people who are running the economy, or people who have I don't know, who have control, maybe to control things, right? I don't think they will want another president now for a new president. You know, I don't think that is why I'm saying the MK party, if they decide to go to court, they will not win. It won't happen, not now. If it takes that the judiciary or whoever will be in court for them to be told, listen, you can't do that. You can't make these guys win, because if they win, Mr. President will be in trouble. And if Mr. President is in trouble, they will take him out. And if Mr. President is taken out, then we've got a problem. And guys, I don't know how people think. If the MK party think that they will just go to court and then fight and then think they will win, they will not win in court. Especially in these circumstances, because if they go to court with this thing of saying, Mr. President is conflicted, you know, the pala thing, whatever, like, it's not going to work. You are just going to waste your money, waste your time and everything like that. I really don't know, guys, but I don't like this thing of people making a hype of things. You make a hype of something, it end up losing its momentum because you are trying to be opportunistic. And I'm not saying MK party is being opportunistic. They can say whatever they want. They can express their opinions. They can reject. They can object. They can do whatever. But I can tell you, if they decide to go to court against the president, especially Mr. Ramaphosa, they will not win. They can go and try, but they will not win. Not against Mr. Ramaphosa. Not against Mr. Ramaphosa. You see, if that thing of Pala just slide like that, trust me, guys, that one, it was the one. That one of Pala, it was the one. I can see the Marikana one, but that one of Pala, that was the one. But he was able to slide out. How are you going to take him to court and make him to lose the court, you know, with the allegations of saying he's conflicted? I don't think they will be wasting their time going to court for that. Somebody said, well, one day, Mr. Ramaphosa, guys, you can look at him when he walks and then you think like, this guy, you know, this guy is weak, whatever. That guy, guys, is powerful. Let me tell you something. That guy is powerful. He is powerful. That is why if you go against him in courts, whatever, trust me, you won't be able to win. No, you won't. A person, and I'm not saying that is true. We all know that other parties, they call him the puppet of whatever, monopoly capital, whatever. For that reason, that you call him a puppet, and let's just say maybe you calling him a puppet, maybe you think you know that maybe he's a puppet of the white monopoly capital. If that is true, then that makes him powerful, unfortunately. That makes him powerful. It will be difficult for you to try and remove him. Because he's sitting there, he's got all the backup that you can think of. Money backup, everyone that is in business, everyone that is... He's got the backup. How are you going to deal with him? That is why I'm saying they are threatening to go to court. But I can tell you they will be wasting their resources and money. You know? Anyway.
Ranging from his salary, blue lights, and the entire package, including flights. He will continue flying like every other minister. So his package has not been interfered with, right? And we are going to get a new minister in the whilst Mchunu is still there. So this is the taxpayers' money again, which is being wasted. This money can be best utilized in terms of building schools, building clinics, building hospitals, and investigating this corruption. We have a huge chunk of money which is being wasted by having two ministers instead of one, and that's an utter waste of the taxpayers' money. South Africa can ill afford that. So these are some of the...
In Joburg, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to submit to you, if you didn't know, Joburg, Mr. Taramorero and all the guys that are in there, councillors, whatever, they have decided that they are going to spend 700 million to fix potholes. 700 million to fix potholes in the suburbs. 700 million in the suburbs. I don't think in the suburbs the potholes they can cost 700 million. In the suburbs, potholes are not that many in the suburbs, guys. Trucks are not passing there. Bakkies maybe are not passing there, only 1 or 2 when they deliver something. In the suburbs, potholes, 700 million potholes. That's what you need to be fighting for. Not this thing, guys, that you're wasting your energy on.
Documents that are going to be raised. As I say, papers have already been drawn, and I've given a green light this morning that we must litigate. Thank you.
It's David from News of Africa. In the same breath, Chief Whip is mentioning tomorrow the ultimatum. It's been clarified that there will be a case that will go to court. You mentioned in the same breath mobilizing troops on the ground yesterday to the march in Gauteng. Can you maybe just expand on what we can expect if the President doesn't heed to the Wednesday deadline of tomorrow? What will the NK party be doing over and above the case? Dr. Tope and Chief Whip can maybe offer something.
Why do you pick on me?
My colleague who is responsible for the ground and constituency work and mobilizing will then take it.
Thank you. We are not only talking. We are taking actions. On Friday at 10, we'll be at Church Square. Our ground forces, our comrades, will be gathering at 10. We'll be going to the Union Building from there. As we are supporting. We are giving an unwavering support to General Mkhwanazi and to the country at large. As the Deputy President and our party leader has already articulated the issue of the President here, is that we can't take the President and see serious. You know that he has concealed. We've got that Senzo Mchunu with the report from the IPED, if you remember well, that he classified the Pala report. That tells you, beside the ceiling of the CR717. Now we are sitting here where we are sitting. Hence, we're talking about Justice Madanga. That he is conflicted on this matter. You have the retired Chief Justice, Ngobo. You have the retired Chief Justice, Mkhweng. I mean, why Madanga? Why Madanga? Now, it tells you that this is a choreograph.
This is my hack for working smart. Money.com. Let me show you how I use Money.com to create a tailor-made work.
Now, we have the Zondo Commission who wasted over $1 billion, right? No one is arrested. The same people who were fingered in that report are in the cabinet of the President. He appointed them. It's a joke. It's a circus. For us, where we are saying, in fact, let me just say that too, Lisa, because you were saying that the minister was suspended for 2 months. If I remember well, it was Stella Ndabeni. When there was an issue, we are not an opposition party. We are an opposition party today. In fact, you must ask the GNU guys, because they were complaining about the Pala. Today they are quiet. If we raise that in Parliament, they won't participate because of the blue line. Now, we as Umkhonto we see a party. We are not here to represent our targets. We are here to represent the people of South Africa, in particular the vulnerable and the poor. Now, the president himself, he knows very well. Hence, he has appointed Justice Madanga, because the Constitutional Court in the past, they were the defense force of the president. I can tell you now, no one is arrested. The NPA boss was complaining, but that there's some interference in her work. He was appearing at the Portfolio Committee of Justice. Now, we cannot hide this thing for forever. Mkhwanazi must be supported by all South Africans. What he has done, he has exposed the corrupt system of this country. And I want to urge the media as well not to take sides. I've seen civil society being the civil society is trying to defend the president. You have seen yesterday they call themselves law experts. I mean, what do you expect from Kazakh? What do you expect from Helen Suzman Foundation? What do you expect? We are saying as Mkhonto we see under the leadership of our president Jacob Zuma and our deputy president here in Parliament, the acting president as we speak, Dr. Thope, that we are not going to fail the people of this country. Justice must be seen to be done. That's what General Mkhwanazi has told us on Sunday. Justice must seen to be done. We've seen the law which has executed Solomon Mahlangu. So we can't say the law prohibits General Mkhwanazi not to speak out. He has done justice to all South Africans. He needs protection from all of us. Let me just remind you, on Friday, we will be at Church Square. Umkhonto Wesizwe party will be acting on this matter. We are not folding our arms. Thank you.
Can we get?
Ah, guys, come on, ooh, Mr. Matlanga. I mean, I want to give him a benefit of the doubt, man. I don't know, man, but I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know whether there is some hidden things that I don't know there, but I don't think I will be that harsh on him. You know, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and let's see what he's going to do, right? Because like I said, guys, I don't think the commission of inquiry is that special, okay? Because like I said, and I will repeat this until people get it, until when you watch this channel you understand, and when you tell people this information, at least you know where you took it, okay? The commission of inquiry, it doesn't have teeth, it doesn't bite, okay? They recommend, after the process has been done, they recommend, take the evidence, take the information, take it to those who are supposed to prosecute. Tell them to say, this is what we came up with, this is the evidence, it is up to you whether you prosecute or you do whatever. Our recommendation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our recommendation, we recommend that you investigate this person, that person, you investigate this and that and that and that and that. Or we recommend that this person is supposed to go to jail, this person must be investigated quickly, and then she goes, this person must, this person must be prosecuted. It's a recommendation, unfortunately. Okay? And anyway, I don't know, guys, but I don't know what is wrong with Mr. Madlanga and everything. I don't know what is wrong with him. Maybe they know what we don't know because they are politicians. Maybe he's conflicted because, I don't know, close to, I don't know. Okay? But I will give him the benefit of the doubt. The others, we've seen them. Mr. Zondo, we've seen him. We've seen the other one. The other one was happening now. Mr. Benenge there and everything like that. So, I don't know. But when it comes to Commission of Inquiry, I'm not holding my breath for anything. I'm not holding my breath. Just like politicians, I will never hold my breath on politicians. Politicians, they see opportunities. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing that bothers me about our South African politics. One thing that bothers me is that all the parties that are formed in South Africa, okay, all the parties that are formed recently in South Africa, they come from people who are disgruntled, people who are not happy in certain parties. Then they see a need, and then because they have built up some people in that party, maybe people that like them, and then after that, when they are not happy, then they leave. And when they leave, they think that they are going to live with a lot of people from that party, and it's a bad thing. I don't care how you see it. This thing of people beginning or starting parties because they are not happy in a party, and then they go and then they start a party. Guys, I'm very sorry, but that is a wrong way of starting a party. They will all be falling down left, right, top to bottom, because the manner in which they start these parties, it's very wrong for me. I'm very sorry, guys. Otherwise, we're gonna have 50 parties, 70, 100 parties. Voting for 100 parties. Why? They can start. We are going to have peace. Black people, especially. We as black people, we are talking about coming together. But in those black people parties, there are people who are coming out. They come out from the black parties. When I was watching that thing of Mr. Shishivambo, there was a pastor there who asked a question. Okay, and he had I think he spoke about this thing of tribalism. We've got a problem of tribalism in South Africa, and whether you accept it or not, we've got it, especially in black people. We've got a problem. You are in a party, but you see yourself as a Zulu person, you see yourself as a Sotho person, you see yourself as a Venda person, you see yourself as a Ndebele person, and then because your Ndebeles are around there, and then you want to associate yourself with them, you don't care about the other ones. You are Zulu, I don't want it. You put somebody in a position because he's in your language. And then the people, they get angry, and then they go out, they start their own party. In the same party that they start, a new party that we call a new party, the hope, okay? Yeah, your party, you know, it seems like it's going to come with something fresh. In that same party, then there are people who do the same thing. And after doing the same thing, they come out and start another party. And then we're going to have all these parties, these small parties, piece by piece by piece by piece. And we want to, and then you expect us to smile. For me, guys, I'm sorry. It just makes me sick, okay? I'm very sorry, but it makes me sick, all right? Starting parties left, right, top to bottom. It's just an evidence to show you that being a diverse country, it's not always a good thing. It's not always a nice thing, because you never agree on anything. Because you are different people, different cultures, different thinking. You are from this culture, you are from this culture. When you come together, the other one looks at the other one down, the other one looks at the other culture down. It's just a mess. And then we don't agree on anything. That thing, guys, it's bad for me. And I told you in my channel, it's going to be impossible for black people to come together and do one thing. It's going to be very impossible. And they know those actually maybe who are fighting black people, who are against black people, who are against the black people coming together. They know exactly. They know that if black people come together, it's chai for them. It's chai for them. And when we separate, start a party there, they get excited. It excites them. It makes them happy because we are not coming together while they are busy coming together there. And then we think that because we are starting another party, and then we think that no, we are bringing together the young people, the black people. You are coming from a party which is black. You are going to start another party. You are trying to reach another black people. How are you going to come together? How are you going to come together? Because where you come from, you fought. And when you get to a point where you're supposed to be agreeing, coming up with one thing that is going to work, you can't. Because the other one looks at the other one bad. You hate the other one you don't like him because you were in his party and then he chased you away, and then it's just a mess. I've got a problem with black people. Because we as black people, we think we can come together, but it's not going to be possible. It's not possible. As long as we don't change our attitude, our minds, we will not win. And that guy in that thing of consultation of Shibab, he asked a very, very good question. Is the Maibuye Africa Party the right platform for things to change? Is it the right platform for things to change? Why are you leaving other black people? You start your other party with, you say it's black people, and then you want to make a change with those black people where you left other black people there, and then you think you can just make a change just like that. Nah, guys, come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. We are fighting each other, left, right, top to bottom. Marching against each other, doing things against each other. Corruption is corruption, yes. But sometimes, guys, we are not helping each other here. That's why I said, and I will repeat this until you guys get it. Diversity, it's only nice when people are looking at it from afar. But when it comes to doing things, when it comes to agreement, when it comes to doing things together, making change, making things together, it is impossible. We even fail to create something that is only for black people and stays forever. Create something that will be, we can't, because there is another one who wants to eat more, the other one wants to take more money, the other one doesn't want to give others an opportunity because he wants all these things. You guys, me guys, I've accepted long time ago. Okay? That is just going to be impossible. Alright? That's why I tell people, advise people and say, listen, in your own corner, Shem, do yourself a favor, do your best. Have work and do your work and get money and do businesses and make money just so that you don't depend on anyone, because you will have a problem if you're going to concentrate on politicians. Anyway, that is just me. This thing, man, it makes me to fume, man. And we are busy talking about, coming together as black people, coming together as black people, coming together. But when the opportunity comes to come together, it doesn't happen. The other one goes out, the other one is fighting the other one is stealing money, the other one is calling the other one the name, and then there is a fight, and then the other one leaves, start another party. It's just a mess. It's just a mess.
SABC, so that when Commander Douglas responds, he also covers the SABC.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I just wanted to clarify which courts are submitting the papers.
We'll probably go directly to the Constitutional Court. The matter is of such magnitude. If we start in the High Court, it's going to take long to get there. Remember, these are issues of constitutional violation. In our respective view, the Constitutional Court is the right forum, and the agency as well relating to this issue. Okay. Thank you so much.
You can go to court. I can tell you, you will not win. I can tell you guys, they will not win. Okay? Mr. Skosana did say that the so-called, what is that thing? I forgot. What is that thing? The what society, what, the Susman, what. Hey, Ramaphosa is, I can say this without any hesitation. Ramaphosa is powerful. Ramaphosa is powerful, especially if you are going to take him to court and try to make him to do. Trust me, you won't win. Okay, you won't win. And if you win in that part, he's going to take it somewhere. Appeal. Then the other one says, it was a wrong decision. The other one comes back and say, no, it was a wrong. You make a wrong decision, and then this case must. It's just, I don't know. You guys are just going to waste money, MK Party. You are going to waste money. I know you're a political party, but you are going to waste money. And maybe you are okay with money, it's fine, but you are not going to win. You are going to have a lot of piling of losing cases against Ramaphosa as a president right now in the GNU. He's more powerful. Mr. Ramaphosa is more powerful now than before. When he was in the ANC, still in the ANC, like the government was ANC, it was better. But now he's in the GNU, guys. He's got support like left, right, top to bottom. I can tell you right now. And all I'm saying is, let us be realistic when we do things sometimes. As people, as politicians. Going to court just to, I don't know, to do what? To say, Mr. Ramaphosa is conflicted, what. And then when you get there, you lose. And then after losing, the courts are captured, blah, blah, blah. It is because it is clear that you cannot win in court, especially against the president at this time, at this moment. Because even in the ANC, when you look at the ANC, besides Mr. Paul Mashatile, even Paul Mashatile, I don't think they like him that much. They don't like him that he can be the president. Do you think they will just get rid of Mr. President? They will fight for him. They will stand for him because he's the only person it seems like they favor now. I wouldn't be surprised if they ask the ANC to keep the guy there. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they gave them money and they say, listen, keep him there. He needs to stay there as a president because we don't need anyone else. And unfortunately, what are you going to do? That's how life is. That's how the world is. We are in the world of politics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to break it down to you. We are in the life, or we are in this world of politics. That's how it works. Okay? That's why there were others who were complaining about, this conference thing. People, they've got more money. That's why they win. Yes, that's how it is. Okay? That's why I'm saying they will be wasting money, these guys.
Yes. The Constitutional Court can be approached on an urgent basis. It has been done in this country on numerous occasions. We are saying the issues are of such a serious nature.
Did you know your profitability as a surveyor is directly tied to the instruments you choose? Too many surveyors are stuck.
Go to the High Court and waste time. beyond the waiting role for months, because this is very urgent. And whatever the ruling of the High Court is, there is always a possibility of a further appeal to the Supreme Court of Appeal and then the Constitutional Court. We are going to take advantage of the direct access provision in our Constitution and go straight to the Constitutional Court. The papers are being drafted on that basis. Thank you.
Just,
you can even add Africa.
Yeah. One of the key things that we want to really also just say is that we need to have a fundamental shift, and that fundamental shift, and one of the things that we're going to call for is that the president himself must step down. Yes. The president himself must resign, and we need to have a new government. We want to call for early elections in South Africa, and we want to say that we want a motion of no confidence in this president and in this government because it's corrupt from the ground all the way to the top. How can we trust the judiciary now? How can we trust a commission right now? How can we trust our security services? How can we trust our executive? We cannot. That's why a general had to go out. General Mchunu had to come outside of his structure, outside of protocol, to come to the South African people and say to the South African people, what should we do? This is the situation. We say that that's a crisis of our constitution and our constitutional democracy. And that crisis demands the South African people to use their vote to make a change.
Do you guys think that Mr. Ramaphosa is happy what Mr. Mchunu did? I don't think he's happy. I don't think he admires him to say, you exposed, you exposed. Because remember, if the president is the president and you've got someone who exposes things like this, he's messing up with your cabinet. Like, he's giving you stress, he's giving you headaches. Okay? He's giving you headaches. In as much as you will blame the ministers, okay, and say, why are you ministers so corrupt, whatever. But I can tell you that Mr. Ramaphosa is not happy with Mchunu, and not happy because he's messing up with the cabinet, Bob. He's messing up with his head. Now he has to choose somebody who's outside, and when he chooses somebody who's outside, maybe when he chose somebody who's outside, at least maybe there won't be corruption, maybe, and everything. And there are people who come and say, why are you choosing somebody who is outside? Blah blah. This is not constitutional. Like, it gives you headaches. I don't think he's happy with Mchunu because it gives you headache as a president. All right. And Mr. Mchunu did very well. Guys, what people don't understand with this Mchunu thing is the fact that Mr. Mchunu went to Parliament. I don't know why Parliament take things easy. They take things light, easy. When a person speaks, they just listen and then blah blah blah. Mr. Mchunu spoke in Parliament, spoke and told them what is happening. And then when they were not listening to him, he was like, okay, I will show you who I am, and I'm going to show you that I can do this thing. I'm in charge also here, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to expose you. And then he did it. And now they are crying, now they have to reshuffle, do all these things, fire people and everything. It is because people, they don't listen. People don't listen. He told you, Mr. Mchunu, and you could tell when he was speaking there, that he was not happy. He was not happy with what was happening. And people, they just want, he was like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to expose, because you guys don't take me serious. Parliament, they like to do things slow. Mr. Mchunu said this time, months ago. Why didn't they do something? Why they didn't do something on this thing? They didn't. And then they expect Mr. Mchunu to keep quiet. He hates corruption, it's very clear. He hates it. You can see even in his expression when he talks about it. He even said when he was asked about whatever, and then he said, I can't be associated with a criminal. Me, I can't. He hates it. And we need people like that. All right? And I can tell you the president, I don't think he's happy about that. And he's not happy because, and I'm saying that he hates, maybe he doesn't like Mchunu. I'm saying because of what he did, it makes the headache of the president to be very big now. It's a lot in South Africa.
That we have a motion of no confidence in this president and a motion of no confidence in this government, so the South African people can have another opportunity to be able to say, no, let's have early elections. Let's look at a new government that is representative of our people, of what we really want, because no South African voted for the GNU. No South African voted for this current structure, and no South African voted for a corrupt police minister and a corrupt government. So from our side, we are going to have many mechanisms where we're going to work in South African Parliament to call for a new election, to call for the president to step down, and for the people to have a referendum to say how they see the future going. Thank you.
On that one, guys, you won't win. On that one, you won't win. New elections. Now, and I want you guys, I will repeat these things time and time again until you guys get it. Okay? What is going to happen if this thing is dissolved or the government is dissolved? Okay? Let's just say maybe they win and then they decide, yeah, the president must go back. Just hypothetically. We are just thinking, because I don't think it will happen. It will never happen. Okay? Let's just say it happens. They go to court, they win. Mr. President, you need to go down, blah, blah, blah. You need to leave. You need to stop being a president, blah, 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 blah. And then what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Because I can tell you right now, those who, I don't know, those people that maybe who are controlling things, they will be looking at things and be like, you guys are playing with us. There is no way this guy is going to leave. Okay, let's say maybe he leaves and he doesn't become a president. What is going to happen right now? Let's say he wins. The MK party wins, goes to court, wins, and then Mr. President is removed. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Whether you like it or not, we all know that the economy is controlled by people. It's controlled by certain people. It's controlled by few people. And few people are benefiting on it. And if those people decide to take left, what is going to happen? And I don't think the DA will also allow that. They will go to court and fight it. They will actually, there's going to be appeal after appeal. Because even if they go to court, okay, and then after going to court and then maybe they win, there's going to be another way where they can try and disturb and try and delay things. And if they go to high court, it's going to be appeal after appeal, and then constitutional court, and then appeal after appeal. I don't know if you can appeal in constitutional, but appeal after appeal, and then time goes on, blah, blah, blah. It's just a mess. I'm saying to them, you can go and say remove Ramaphosa. It won't work. The guy is powerful now than before. I've been thinking about Mr. Ramaphosa. He is powerful than before. You see, if he was able to escape Pala, guys, there's nothing that will move this guy. Okay? Anyway.
Sithi sikhathele umnumzana uRamaphosa nohulumeni wakhe bakhohlakele bacorrupt. uGeneral Mkhwanazi uselikhiphile iqiniso lokuthi kukhona abantu ababulawayo kwezepolitiki, kukhona abantu abala kwipolitics, ama politicians njengoSenzo Mchunu ongqongqoshe kwezepolitiki, bonke bakhohlakele. Thina ke siwumkhonto wesizwe sithi sinenhlanhla ngoba uGeneral Mkhwanazi uyiphoyisa eliqotho, uyiphoyisa eliqinisile. Siyanicela nonke ke emakhaya ukuthi lento yenziwe uGeneral Mkhwanazi inhle, sonke masimxhase, sonke emakhaya, koNquthu, koNkandla, koMadundube, koShaka Scroll, koMpumalanga, yonke umhlaba. Siyanicela ukuthi phumani ngokwenu, vukani maAfrika, vukani kudlalwa ngathi. uRamaphosa nabelungu bakhe beGNU badlala ngathi. Sebe exposekileke manje izinto yisobala. Sebebonakeleke manje bangcolile, bakhohlakele. Siyanicela ke sifuna nje beshilo uzakwethu uCommander Wesley. Sifuna ukuthi kube khona ielection, ukhetho olusha oluzoshesha. Aphume umongameli uRamaphosa esikhundleni, uyahluleka udlala ngathi. Usidayisile.
Now, Mr. Mbalula was speaking today. I think I will also react to that video next time. When I will go live and react to this one here. He was talking about, now the reason why I'm showing you this, he was actually talking about the MK, okay, those who are marching. He didn't mention names by saying MK, but we all know who is marching. Okay, moving around, marching, it's MK party. So he said that he doesn't understand why people are marching, and he doesn't understand why people are taking this thing and actually making it personal and, you know, making it as if like, you know, whatever and all of that. So he has a problem with them marching all over the place, whatever, and all of that. Anyway, I don't know, guys, what do you think about all this? It's just politics, you know, at play here, guys. And whether you like it or not, there are some realistic things that we need to look at ourselves and think about, okay? Just like this thing that they are thinking of doing, trying to go to court and taking Ramaphosa out and stopping Ramaphosa from becoming a president or from continuing to be a president. It's just not going to happen, okay? It's just not going to happen. The guy is just secured where he is. He is secured when it comes to that position. Unless maybe it's South African. Because one of the things you can hate and you can like Ramaphosa, but I can tell you, if a shove comes to a push, or if he is pressured by the people, not by a certain party, by South Africa as a whole, if the pressure comes from there, I think he can decide and say, listen, I'm leaving. I am going. Okay, there was a time, I think I watched one of the podcasts, I don't know who, but they were talking that there was a time when there was a pressure. You know, Mr. Ramaphosa, I think he said he wants to actually step down or wants to leave, he wants to stop being the president or anything like that. I heard that thing somewhere. Okay, I think he has that thing, Mr. Ramaphosa, that heart of saying, I want to, but I think when the ANC, maybe they were like, no, my guy, it cannot be now, okay? Because guys, when you are a party, you look at things, you look at the situation. Not now, Mr. President. We need you right now, okay? We need you to be around for some time. And then maybe he decided to stay. But I think if the pressure can come from the people, I can tell you right now, Mr. Ramaphosa might say, listen, I'm resigning. He can make an announcement, just like Mr. President Zuma when he left there. And then he make an announcement, yeah, I'm tired, guys. I'm out of this thing, okay? I believe so. But if it's just a party, marching, it's just going to be those things. After one day, everything is done, go back to our homes, that's it. Okay? That's what I am seeing here. Because, this hype thing and hype. Let them do the investigation. Let us hear. Let us see whether we are... Unfortunately, this is where we can end. Some of us. We can end talking like this. We can end watching the news. We can end doing nothing. Because what is happening we are not in parliament. We are not in the judiciary. We are not whatever. We can't do nothing. We can only talk. Okay? We can only talk. So, I don't know, guys, what do you think about this thing? I don't know what do you think about me, MK Party marching one. I don't know what do you think about MK Party thinking of going to court. I don't know if they are serious about that or not. But what do you think about that? Okay? And when it comes to Mr. Mchunu, according to me, if Mr. Mchunu actually, I don't know how to call it, but if I was him, or if I was him, I would have said, listen, I am stepping down as a minister. Okay, I'm stepping down, and I will be like, I'm done. Okay, because of this thing, I will step aside. Okay, and all of that, right? Now, obviously, people, they might think, yo, I'm going to lose a job, I'm going to lose money, what else I'm going to do? Because if you go out, now, the problem also, guys, that is, you guys need to understand, is that when a minister, there's allegations against them, all right? And I think it's for everything here. It's for even a person who committed crime. Literally, they saw him committing crime. One of the things that they don't want to voluntarily maybe resign, voluntarily giving themselves, voluntarily maybe saying, okay, I'm stepping down. It's because they are afraid of looking like they are guilty. Because immediately Mr. Mchunu decides to say, listen, I'm stepping down, blah, blah. And then the opposition parties, they will be coming and saying, yeah, it's because he's guilty. Yeah, it's because he's guilty. That's why he stepped down and everything like that. And I think they do advise them, if they want to actually step down. I think they do advise them to say, listen, you need to relax. Let's handle this, okay? We will just give you a leave just for a few months. Just get some tunyana salaries, nyana, and then after that, then I will release you. I will make a statement and then I release you, okay? Just come out like that, not just you deciding to do it, because it will look and seem like you are actually guilty. Because that's what sometimes happens to some people. Because when he decides to leave himself, they will be like, yeah, we knew it. You are guilty. That's why you are leaving. You see? That's how it is sometimes when people look at things. We are not the same. We are not looking at things the same. Okay? And you must remember, guys, that Mr. Mchunu, and whether we like it or not, we love it, we don't love it, it's our constitution. It's just like that. That's why some people, they want us to change it, because it doesn't make sense sometimes, okay? That is why Mr. Mchunu was appointed by Mr. President. That will mean it is Mr. President, actually, who has to decide what happens to him. Whether you like it or you don't like it, but whatever decision he makes, that's what it is. Because that is him who appointed him. That's why Mr. Mchunu can't just say, no, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm leaving, I'm done, okay? I guess if he did maybe try and say I'm leaving, they were like, no, you can't, my guy. You were not appointed yourself. I'm appointed you. I'll know I want to do it the way I want to do it. I will give you a leave and then I will appoint this guy and blah, 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 blah. Okay? And also, guys, tell me what do you think about Mr. Firoz. The last time I made a video on Mr. Ramaphosa talking about Firoz Kachalia. I actually mentioned wrong name. I was saying for Rose, you whatever, Kakachaya. Actually, it's Firoz Kachalia. Okay? Cachalia. Kachalia. Firoz, Firoz, professor. The man who will be in charge since Mr. Mchunu will be aside. There also, the MK is also against that. You know, and when I was listening to Mr. Mbalula, they were happy about that decision, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's Mr. President who decides, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. But in my opinion also, guys, is that I don't think it's for the party, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think they like it, even though they may appear as if they like it, because they have to support the president, but I don't think they like it. I don't think it goes well with them. You know, we are appointing somebody while other people are around here, my guy. What is wrong with you? You know? Because otherwise they're going to say, if you appoint anyone in politics, appoint someone from the DA, and maybe Mr. President was like, nah, I'm not going there. I'm going to go outside. There are a lot of things that you need to think about. If I appoint somebody in the politics, it's going to be controversial again. Because they are going to say, yeah, this person also is also corruption, blah, 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 you know, and all of that. And if you appoint the DA person, then people, opposition party will be coming and saying, yeah, you appointed from the DA. Yeah, that is why you are working with the one. Politics, you will never satisfy anyone in this life or everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I saw that you guys liked the video. I only see 3 likes. I really appreciate all of that. I love you guys. Appreciate the support. I say thank you for those 3 likes. They are very important. I see that there were those that came in and left. There were those that came in and stayed. I really appreciate all of that. Even if you left, if you watched the video after the live, thank you so much for watching. You can just hit that like button. That will be appreciated. I know that streams are very long, but if you come in when it's still live, just like it, guys. Okay, I know that you won't watch the whole thing, but just like it. Okay, I'm trying to stream more because I think that's what it's happening in these times that we are living in. People are streaming, so we have to run with it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me until the end. For those who stay until the end, please subscribe to the channel, and we have a fantastic and a wonderful day. And I was watching this video here from the channel called News Live SA, okay? So you can go and watch the whole live actually briefing from the MK party. Have a good day, guys. I am out.